I am Tori.
And I'm Bree.
And we are not dating. And welcome back to our show. Today we are continuing our Cat for Cash Thai BL review series. We are on episode number 4. How many are there? 10? I don't know. We just keep trucking along until it ends, I guess. But yeah, welcome back.
They just keep getting shorter and shorter. I don't fucking know anymore.
Yeah.
Annoying.
If you're new here, today we will be reviewing the Thai BL Cat for Cash. What we do is we watch it in complete and dead silence, sitting next to each other on the couch, and we take notes. And Brie likes to call this a watch thread, so we just kind of like chunk the scenes, explain a little bit so you remember where we are, and then just really give our opinions on it. And if you're not new here, you know the drill. Get excited for the episode. We have a fun time on this podcast, but something that you should know is that...
The last episode wasn't fun.
It was a fun time. Well, that was then, and today is now, and today. So today we're gonna have
a horrible time.
But today...
Horrible.
Today. Right. Today, we're gonna have fun. Even though we are gonna have fun, we gotta let you know that this is not a safe space. It's not safe for you. It's not safe for us. It's not safe for anybody, especially GMM. Because I, once again, have a lot of things to say. This will have a lot of spoilers. We are going to spoil the entire episode. If you would like to watch the episode and then come back, we would implore you to do so. If you just want to listen to us yap about it, I encourage you to do that as well. We have some pretty fun things to say. Before we get started, every single time we have an episode, we have a new little friend join us. Since the show is Cat for Cash, we're going to try and have as many cat things as we can. And Bree thought who other than to bring today than our cutie patootie Killua. So we've already talked about Kenma for me and Ghetto for you, right? I guess all of our top favorites are kind of making an appearance in this show. For me, that's no surprise because all of my top favorites are usually cat-themed things. And Killua is
not
like...
Not I.
Yeah, not to you. But usually my favorite characters are the cat-like ones, and Killua is probably like my second favorite character of all time. I love him so bad. He's so cute. Once again, I just want to put him in my pocket. This is a cool little figure we got. Where did we get it? New York? New York before the SF9 concert.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the
thing by the wharf.
It's the...
Market, world market.
It's like a world,
it's
maybe
like a world market.
Fucking, I don't know. We're not good at names. Once again.
It's the place, it's near the place, it's by the wharf.
It's the place on the thing.
Yeah.
And the thing with the thing and the food.
Yeah. But this Killua has actually been to a K-pop concert. How fun. Because that becomes relevant today, too.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, so any other final thoughts before we kind of jump into it?
No. I never have anything to say.
It's okay. Let's get this show on the road. So, at the beginning...
We were born.
Yes. We have... Basically, we're chunking the beginning of the episode to the intro song. And it's just them at the cafe. Once again, they're just hanging out at the cafe. Mm-hmm. And before I could even realize that the show was starting, I didn't know we were starting. I thought we were going to, I was going to get a 1, 2, 3 ready, go, we're going to start watching it. I didn't know it was already on the screen and playing. The first thing I saw with my eyes, do you want to know what it was? Take a guess. I'll tell you. It was all 10 fucking cats on the counter.
Yeah.
Every single cat
was
on a counter.
I get that.
That was the first thing I saw with my eyeballs. I was like, you're kidding
The
me.
first scene is Cal walking in, or I'm going to try.
Lynx
walking in with plates of food.
And
it was rice. And I was like, oh my god, is that Cow Meow Meow?
Oh, yeah.
And then he goes, oh, Cow Meow Meow. And I was like, yeah. See, I knew it. I'm fluent. And then Tiger was talking to one of the cats and was like, our cafe is getting back to like the regular. I said, our cafe? Now it's our cafe. Since when?
He was saying that a lot this episode.
Since when? Well, now, yeah. And then I get to get the fuck off the table. And it's not like they're on the table just willy-nilly, just chilling. There's food on the table and people are eating with the cat.
Like, they deliver the cow meow
Basically, butthole on their plate. Like, sitting right here. I'm eating.
You ever seen a cat's butthole? Not cute. Bree sent me a picture of Diddle's butthole the other day.
Yeah. Yeah, because she has this black spot. And I thought that was her butthole this whole time. And then we shaved her. And you can really see it now. You can really see her butthole. And she was kneading. Butthole right here. So what am I going to do?
Not take a picture of her butthole?
I was like, I didn't realize she had a butthole. I thought she just had a black hole.
You also did text me asking if cats have 2 holes. I thought that was pretty funny.
Oh, yeah. Because I was like, wait. Is that her actual puss hole? Like, does she have a puss hole and a butthole? I don't know.
Anyway,
I
it
don't
was
know
all
animal
on display,
anatomy.
just like these cats at this fuck-ass cat cafe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna narrate. I have 10 thoughts for this section, and 9 of them are about this fucking cat.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I say in a row. Counter! Which obviously means, get that fucking cat off the counter. Followed by, I didn't even realize the subtitles weren't on the screen. Because I was just so locked in to those cats on the counter. Like, it didn't even click to me that anything was wrong. I was just so zoned in. And then I said, and Jiro was on the first table right next to the cow meow meow meow. And then, another one, and more. Like, legitimately, I'm not even kidding, not even exaggerating, even John Wick, every single cat was on a different table. But they were all on a table.
Of the cat was on the table.
Fucking somebody call
not
somebody.
just on the table. I really need to put emphasis on the fact that there were people eating.
Yeah.
While these cats were on the table.
Like
And they were going over, like, Cal was like, or Lynx was narrating each cat has a specific demographic that likes them the most. I don't remember what is what. But they had, like, oh, this cat, I think it was maybe Jumbo, loves Gen Z.
Yeah, that was Jumbo.
Yeah. And meanwhile, this lady is, like, holding him so tight. He wants to leave. I was like, that cat is trying to escape from Gen Z, actually. I don't think he's trying to stay with them. Like, on the table, food here, cat here, son, her kid, whoever.
For example.
Right here.
Like that.
Yeah. I said, sure, right. And then it goes back to first talking to Granny Jew.
Yeah.
At the cash register. And something happens. They're doing something. Cow comes up. I don't know. Lynx goes up. Whatever.
Right.
Then it's Tiger. And then they walk away, and then you see the menu. I said, there's the spaghetti.
I did see the menu this time.
There's the spaghetti.
I checked the rest of it, too.
You thought I would forget.
It too.
I would never forget spaghetti at a fucking cat cafe.
Yeah, I was checking it out. They had
fries,
spaghetti. They had cake.
Yep.
And like another dessert next to it.
Yep.
And then there was like a
cake
tea.
makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Cafe.
There was a tea that I was looking at, and I was like, that doesn't sound too bad. I don't remember which one it was.
Yeah.
Speaking of, they were behind that table, that counter, doing whatever the fuck, in front of the menu. They come over, and Tiger's, like, cleaning something up or something, has a tray, like, stumbled and drops it. Now they're both fucking holding it. And I said...
Well, Lynx drops it.
Yeah, one of the two.
Yeah, Lynx
useless
drops it.
pieces of crap.
That's what I said.
I said, this is Brie and I helping each other do the very, very, very minimal tasks. Like, if we had a job at a restaurant together... You'd be holding one side of the fucking tray, and I'd be holding the other, or like a rag.
I'd be walking like this.
Yeah, it's like you hold half the
spray.
rag and back and forth.
No.
I know.
You would spray. I would scrub.
Yeah, that sounds like
not a cleaner.
Not my favorite thing to do. Anyway, I was like, that's so us core. Thank God we don't work together.
Yeah. I don't know why I said it. He might have said something or done something. I said, this guy's pathetic. Referencing Tiger.
Yeah.
And then they're doing something together, and they're talking about their favorite cats. And Lynx is like, do you have a favorite cat? I was like, well, first of all, he said his favorite cat was Jiro.
Yeah.
And then I was like, he's gonna say some fucking gay shit. He's gonna be like, you, or some gay shit. Would you believe? Not even 2 seconds later, he's like, you.
I said the same thing. I didn't say you,
and then I
though.
said, I knew it.
Dude, I didn't say you, I said Lynx, right? I thought he was going to say Lynx. And then he said it, and I also too said, I knew it.
And then it was like a break of silence. He's like, you. Wanna guess? And then I said, get fucked.
It's giving my love. And then
Lucky.
skateboarding. Yeah. My last 2 comments for this section.
That was my last one.
Oh.
My very last one is rock tub.
There goes. My last 2 comments are they started playing music behind it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, We Are Family by the Sledge Sisters.
Ooh.
Bum, 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 bum. We are family. That's what it sounded like. I was like, me. Yeah. Yeah. And then my last comment, did you notice the cups in the background?
I did, but I didn't look because for something I don't remember.
Right, it's okay. I'll fill you in. There was 3 cups that you could visibly read the words. One of them was "Don't ever forget to drink." Good job remembering. Then the second one was "Enjoy your favorite beverage," and the last one "It's always a good drink."
Yeah.
Or it was always a good something. I think it was drink, but it was like kind of like quarter turn.
Yeah, I told you they have stupid millennial sayings littered through that cafe.
Yeah. All right, and then we get to the intro.
Yeah, that's the intro.
Yeah.
And then right after the intro, this random customer in the store.
Right, I forgot about that.
Random customer in the store, is like a cat once again on the literal fucking table. Customer is like petting her. I think it's chromacopia.
It's Angelica.
Yeah, and he turns to Lynx and is like, "Can I get a picture?"
Yeah.
And he goes, if I knew, I would have like fixed my hair. And I was like, "Not of you, you fucking idiot! Like you're in a cat cafe. Why would somebody want a picture of you when they're in a cafe with cats?"
And why are you saying yes? What are you gonna do with that picture?
Right, like you don't know that man.
Yeah, the next chunk my only comment for that is I said Sarah was wearing a dress.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, just like Diddle, because Diddle, our PD,
Mm-hmm.
she was shaved. We know this. We talked about her butthole. I did buy her a sweater. I did buy her a sweatshirt, and she is wearing it. Don't know where she is. Tails, jury's out if she likes it or not. I can't tell if she likes it or hate it. She does forget how to move. It's very funny. But
Yeah.
she doesn't look uncomfortable.
Right.
I don't know. But she looks cute. So I said, yeah. She's
Yeah,
interested.
and then it pans over to Tiger, and he starts laughing because the guy's like, "I wasn't
Not fucking
talking
you
about
loser."
you," and he's like, "Oh," and Tiger's like giggling as he's cleaning the table, but he's cleaning. This is the plate, right? These are the plates, and he said, and I was like, wiping the table while the dishes are still on it is a very odd choice. Like. Like, what about under the plates? Or, like, the rest of the table?
Take the plates,
Like-
or, like, the decoration.
And then I said, ouch. Not sure why.
Ooh.
But, yeah.
My next comment has to do with his humble brag that he tried to brag.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Tiger's
After Tiger
laughing at
giggles.
Lynx, and he's like, Lynx is like, "I'll have you know that an F1 driver flirted with me."
Mhm.
And I said,
Okay.
I forgot about him.
No, Latino king.
Right. That bunny would be proud.
Muchos novios he has.
Yeah. He said, "Mi gente Latino." He said, "If the world was ending."
Shout out Thai bachata.
Yeah, what do you guys know about Sarupo Shang Lumini?
They're kind of there.
Yeah.
They're a hop, skip, and a fucking jump away from the Philippines. Philippines are Hispanic
Right.
and Asian.
Yes. I was like,
They're right there.
it was the
They're
bachata of it
right
all. I
there.
was like, oh.
I'm talking
I
about
get it.
Hispanic in general.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, they got it. You guys got me.
So it's just really funny because he brought up the F1 driver, and then first was like, "I'll take a better picture with you," to fool somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, because he showed him a picture of the F1 driver. And I said,
and then he was like, "Is this AI generated?" I don't believe it.
well, Lynx is a frequent ChatGPT
I know.
user.
Right before that happened, I didn't have time to because I was focused on something else. But I was gonna be like, it's gonna be a fucking ChatGPT image. I know it is. And it wasn't.
Yeah, my favorite thing is, like, they go and fucking... They're taking pictures together. It's like, so you can fool someone. Who else would he fucking literally have to fool? Like, it just didn't make any sense.
I don't know.
I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah. I don't know. And then, as they're flirting, being weird or whatever, because he gets close, and he's, like, trying to take a picture. And he's like, no, get the literal back up. I can feel the tip. And meanwhile, fucking Chromacopia is over in the window getting a little cat crush, a little pussy crush, if you will, dude. Like, in the window, she's like, ah! Moaning and groaning over a stray cat, in the yard.
My first comment for this section is, now the cats are Korean?
Yeah.
Oppa saranghae!
She said it before.
Yeah, I know, but
she
it's just
said
really
it
funny.
before. And then my, immediate next one is Chromacopia Korean? Where did she come from? How do we know? We don't know her backstory yet.
We do.
Well, we don't know her backstory yet.
Yes, they said it.
They said every cat's like backstory a little bit, but like everyone is getting their like own, like, you know, you got, what the fuck is the black cat's name?
John Wick.
Like, you got his little backstory. You got Jiro's monk. No. Who was the monk?
My fucking name was John Wick.
John Wick's the monk. Jiro ran away.
We have her. They said her backstory today. They said she used to belong to a blogger.
Yeah.
Like a happy blogger, and then she like got rid of her.
And she can't open her heart.
Yeah.
And she never wanted to open her heart again. We'll get to that.
So I'm just assuming. Let's make a grand assumption.
But we don't know if she was Korean or not.
I have a better. I know the answer. I'm gonna make a grand assumption that the blogger was a Korean though. Or I have a second theory, but we're gonna come back to that.
Okay.
I have a second theory.
Okay. And then I said, for some reason, oh, okay. And, like, then JJ comes running in, sprinting in. He's like, oh my god, something, and drops a collar, and it just so happens to be Saranghae Oppa.
Yoon Goon. Oh, what the fuck is his name?
I don't know. Gonu?
I don't know.
Gong Yu?
I don't remember.
Something. Gong Woo. Something like that. And it's his collar, and she's, like, licking it, sucking it, rubbing up on it, right? And then next scene is Tiger or Lynx is like all dressed up.
Before you get to that dressed up scene, somebody somewhere said, "Waiting for your love." Oh, it was the background music.
Yeah.
The background music
was a Korean
so
song.
Fucking loud.
It was because she like when she met eyes or not met eyes, but when she saw Oppa out the window. A Korean like K-drama song started playing in the background, and it ended with that.
So loud.
Yeah, it got really loud because it was like a montage. It was a montage.
Yeah, it was just really loud.
A very bad short montage. But anyway, then it goes into Lynx getting dressed, and he's like wearing a muscle tee, and he's like, "Where are you going?" And he's like, "I'm dressed. Like you can't tell by the way I'm dressed." He's like, "I'm gonna go work on my golden bod," and then I was like, "That's me and Tori this year." And then he's like going like this.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, arms.
Oh. Okay.
He had a little. Because before this,
his arms.
He had nothing. Yeah, he had nothing. That was a twinkling. But those gym lessons are paying off, brother. I don't know. Lessons is a crazy way to say that.
I said something kind of similar to that. I said, no, don't take him to the gym. I don't want to watch it happen. I thought we were gonna watch a montage of both of them working out.
No.
I really thought they were both going.
I could watch that.
I really thought they were gonna force us to watch a montage of them working out because they'd love to watch them.
I could watch first walk.
That's okay. I'll transition to the more important point that I wanted to say.
Yeah. Is
when he was stretching, he said, and I said, I know. Bree is thinking about going into Cal's armpit right now.
I did. I was like, but after
something
I said
about his armpit hair today.
I just love armpit hair. One thing about me, I love an armpit.
Yeah.
I love an armpit. Yeah. Anyway.
Check out our last episode to figure out what my favorite bodily hair is.
Right.
Next episode? Last episode. No, 2 episodes ago.
I don't fucking, who knows?
I don't know. Go watch our manga review. It's in there.
But it's
4 episodes ago.
Not 4 episodes
yes.
ago. Our manga review is not 4 episodes ago.
Manga, then episode 3 of Cat for Cash, then our extra one.
Oh, right.
And then this one.
Right,
so
right,
4
right.
episodes.
Or 3,
Or
because
3.
we might have to switch.
Yeah, we'll see.
But then Tiger said something. Oh, he was that. The reason why he stretched was he's like, oh, I think you should have the tag on it, and that's why he's going like this. And he's like, what? And then he realizes that Tiger was lying. And I was like, Rage Radar first is everything to me. I love that shit. And that is all I have for that.
I have 2 more bits because now we get Angelica.
Yeah,
and she's sick.
I have that. Yeah.
Before we go to that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have 2 comments for that.
I have 1.
I have 2. I'm deciding if I want to say one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll save that one for me. I'll show you later.
Mm-hmm.
Or, yeah, I'll keep that one. Try to guess what joke I made.
I know it's probably racist or homophobic.
It's not. It's not.
Ableist.
No. It's none of those things. I'm almost certain it's not ableist. You're right. We'll assess the chat. I'll keep that to us though for now. I think it's too soon to get demonetized that quickly.
That's not even demonetized. That's any fans that we have right now. Gone. We're canceled.
Anyway, what I had to say was, they were talking about why is she upset, Fucking ask her, you speak cat.
Yeah.
All of you cats can ask her.
Yeah.
And Tiger speaks cat. Somebody just fucking ask her.
Yeah. I was like, obviously she's going into heat. Duh.
She gets us.
Right. And then they're like, all the cats are like, yeah, there's something wrong with Chromacopia. Whatever her fucking name is, Angelica. Take her to the vet. And then she's like, she's not eating, she's not sleeping, and then it just pans to her just like sucking and licking on that collar. And they're like, yo, take her to the vet or whatever. They take her to the vet, and now they're at the vet.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, how'd they get her to lick that?
Dude, yeah, I know they put catnip in there somewhere.
Well, they had to do something, like a treat or something, because she was just straight up licking it. I was like, how'd they get her to fucking lick a piece of cloth? I was impressed. And then, obviously, fucking the vet is at the front desk for some reason, instead of in the back.
Doing the
fucking doctor job.
Also, not a single other pet in this fucking
and then
anywhere.
They're like, oh my god, can you check what's wrong with Chromacopia? And puts them right on the table. He's like, well, let me see. I said, on the fucking desk?
Dude, I
on
said
the
the same
front
thing.
desk?
I said opening the carrier in the lobby is wild.
Like, what if there's like dogs in there? Or other cats? Or like, what if she runs away?
Diddle's never had an exam in the waiting room.
Never in the history. The doctor doesn't come to the front desk.
Like,
the doctor stays in the back.
Maybe to hang out. Like, maybe it's dead. No one's there. They're about the same age. They could be friends. Like, I can rationalize that.
Sure.
But
But that's a
in the lobby?
That's a rarity. It's a rarity. And then she somehow brought the collar with her. And he's like,
Goopy Gon's collar.
Gong Woo. That rascal. And people are like, what? And he's like, that's my cat. I said, what the fuck was your cat doing at my cafe? He's like, he just ran away and lost his collar.
Sure.
You live that in the near vicinity of my cat cafe?
Well, we know that to be true, based on the ending of this episode.
I don't know.
Oh. It's okay. I'll talk about the geographics later. My comment was, and then they bring this cat out.
Yeah.
I said, that cat has big-ass eyes.
Yeah.
He said, Doop.
Yeah. Also, he's like, he won't stop moving. I said, does anyone know how to hold a cat in this show? This poor fucking cat. He had his, like, hands almost basically in his butthole. Like, we're talking about a lot about cat buttholes.
Take a shot every time we say cat butthole.
He, like, has his fucking... He's like this. The cat, all of his legs are hanging down like this. He's like, he's just a mover. He just moves. Like... And then that happens.
And that's what happens.
And that's what happens when you don't know how to
in the lobby
hold a cat.
Can you imagine if his head fell off
How
in the
is your
lobby?
job gonna be
to hold cats?
A doctor of a cat and break its head off?
Diddle would fucking run him
Diddle-
through.
Diddle would literally not be
Murder
able
him.
to do anything because her head fell off.
Right. You're right. But before her head falls off, she'd murder him probably.
Yeah. And then he puts the cat down on
Yeah.
the front desk.
Yeah.
Just right on the front
Another
desk.
cat on the fucking table.
And I wrote down right here. I know those cats get married. That's my guess.
Did you notice something about the
But
cat?
then she moved. He moved.
Did you notice something about the cat?
I get there.
Okay, I'll wait till you get there.
Yeah. I get there way at the end.
Oh.
Yeah. I get there at the end.
Okay, yeah.
Because
I'll
I was
wait
just,
till that then.
I was
don't
just
have
so
many.
fucking locked into the way that he was not holding that cat.
Okay. Do you have anything about Jumbo?
I get there.
Okay, you say whatever you gotta do, because I jump back in at Jumbo. And then all of my comments are just side thoughts
What do you mean about Jumbo?
about Jumbo. And his balls.
No.
Oh,
I don't want
perfect.
that.
They were looking, they said, is your cat spayed? They're like, why is she like this? She's neutered. And they're
she's
like,
no, he's...
they were like, all the cats are neutered. And he was like, up, up, up. Jumbo has his balls.
Yeah, we
And
knew
I
that.
said, rip Jumbo.
We knew that.
He's finally getting what he wished for.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna lose his balls this episode. I have a theory. Then it's next episode.
I said, I knew it. She was in heat.
Yeah.
Remember when I said that?
Yeah.
I said, she's in heat.
And if you don't, run it back.
I was right. I'll put it right here.
No.
Editors.
No.
And then I put, this vet is unethical. We'll revoke his license. Oh, because he was like, my cat is looking to breed too. You're not supposed to encourage breeding. That's illegal.
Also, she's spayed.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is. The only one that's not spayed is Jumbo.
I thought he said, is Jumbo and her.
They said all of the cats are neutered except for Jumbo.
No, because then that's when he was like, she is like ready to settle down and make a family, so is mine. And he was implying that her and him could have babies.
I was wondering why they were doing all this if she was spayed.
Yeah, she wasn't. It's her and Jumbo.
Oh, and Jumbo. I thought
Yeah.
it was only Jumbo.
No, her and Jumbo.
How would you not know if your female cat is spayed or not?
She was in heat.
I'm saying, like, I think you would know if she was spayed or not, because you'd
Yeah.
be living in fucking hell for a select moment of time.
Yeah, and then the doctor said something implying that he also maybe potentially wanted to have a family. I don't know. I was typing. I couldn't see. But
Yeah.
then I saw Tiger's reaction. He was like, "You're talking about the fucking cat, right?" And I was like, "Tiger's gonna punch you and your cat in the face." It's like,
He's gonna punch both.
yeah, I was like, "You better watch your mouth, because he's not having this." Yeah.
Any more for this section?
No.
I have 3 comments.
Okay.
I was watching this, and Diddle was sitting on my chest. And I said, does Diddle want a boyfriend? And I said,
Diddle's a lesbian.
no, she's gay.
Diddle's a lesbian.
And my last comment is they were all fucking triangularly looking at each other, and I could see the air in Lynx's noggin.
Mm-hmm.
Just the...
Yeah.
between his eyes.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And then they leave the cafe,
Yeah.
and they're in the car. My only comment for this out of the car, out of body scene is I have, sure.
Right.
You probably said something, and I'll figure it out.
They're like talking, and Tiger's jealous, and Lynx is like, "Are you mad at me?" And he's like, "Yeah, you're auctioning off our daughter to have babies." And
I don't think you saw it, because I think you were looking down. Tiger said, do you want to know why I'm mad at you? And then he said, you're mad at me? And then he was like, yes.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah. And he was like, "Yeah," and
I think that's what that was for. I was like,
yeah, he was like, "You're auctioning off my daughter to have babies," and he was like, "Well," he was like, "What's so wrong about Gongwoo? Like, he's this, he's that, like." He has good medical history. I said, how do you know that?
it's because he just violated HIPAA and told him his entire files, because he's the worst vet ever.
I was like, how do you know that? How do you know anything about him? That's what I have for the car. That's it.
And then we go to...
Oh, he gets pissy and he fucking leaves.
Yeah.
Tiger.
And then Tiger goes home, and
He's
he's
like,
talking with his dad. And it's funny that you say that.
Mhm.
How does he know that?
Mm-hmm.
Because in this scene with his dad, don't know what the fuck they said, but I said, how do you know that? And my only other comment is, that's a nice-ass house.
Yeah.
Like, that's a nice ass house, and then how do you know
I
that?
have-
The dad must have said, oh, I remember what it is.
Okay.
He was like, so, Tiger and his dad are talking about, his crush, and he's like, I'm not my crush's type. And then he was like, what's his type? What's their type? And they were like, a doctor with a degree and wants a family. How the fuck do you know? That's one person. Like, how, I wouldn't say that would be his type.
Yeah.
That's a person. And if they were, like, they've known each other for a while. If they wanted to be something, they would have.
Yeah. Sure.
How do you know that?
I have, first thing I have, it was the background sound. And it was like,
Yeah.
and I wrote, because it's like, what the fuck? And then I have, does he live there?
Yeah.
Like, does he live with his parents?
Yeah.
Okay. I figured that out in this episode. But other than this, he was never in his room.
He was a couple times to get dressed.
I thought he was just in, like, a side room, like, in a mirror.
I just assumed it was in the house.
And then I have, they're, like, sitting on the couch, and he, like, he goes up to his room or whatever, and there's a fucking, he's, like, reaching, the dad is, like, reaching for something, and I was, like, as I'm typing, I was, like, is that cat here? I knew it, in the same tweet, because it just happened so fast. He said,
yeah. Weird guy. His dad's weird. And then they go back to the cafe. And this is like this next...
what?
Ouch.
What?
This next chunk goes over a lot. My first thing that I have to say is about JJ. Do you have anything before JJ?
Yes.
Okay, you take it away.
I forget exactly specifically the moment. It's between, I think AJ shows up, but it's also, like, Tiger and Lynx, and that song is playing in the background. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I was wrong the last episode. It wasn't from the Heart Killers. Mm-hmm. It was from the Eclipse Our Sky episode, when they're on the bridge and they're sucking a lollipop. The green popsicle.
It's an ice popsicle, yeah.
Yeah. That was it.
And then JJ, AJ?
Yeah, I have one thing about that.
Okay, I have 3.
Okay.
AJ, JJ, whatever, whoever, comes in and he's distraught. Once again, then Angelica's in love. And he's like, no. Like,
no, this is the first time. This is when he finds out that she's in love.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. He goes, AJ goes through a lot this episode.
Yeah.
But he said, and I quote, "My legs are shaking and it's not a K-pop dance move."
Right.
Which leads me to my hypothesis that Angelica is the way she is because of JJ AJ. Because they spend the most time with Angelica. Can you imagine? He's like, hey, watch this. Look at this. Look.
Right.
I think it's his fault.
Yeah, sure.
And then I said JJ kills me because he just kept ranting.
Yeah, he was just so
and then
upset and distraught.
This opar will wait. Or like something like that.
He's like confessing his love. And I said bestiality.
Always at the scene of the crime.
Always at the scene of the crime. Yeah.
And then I said, is this a K-drama episode? Yeah, I guess it is. Because when I said, yeah, I guess it is, it was like he went under to bend down.
And his head. Yeah.
Notice how you didn't do that for me when I picked that up just now?
Yeah. Because I thought it was stupid when he did it.
You suck.
He was nowhere near where his hand was. He was on the table like this. His head was over there. I was like, I thought he was going to like Hulk lift that shit. And then I was like, oh, wait. He's trying to guard his head, but it's nowhere near his head. It was nowhere near his head.
The worst.
Yeah.
I could have bonked my head.
But he comes in.
And then it could have fallen off.
And I wouldn't care. Tiger walks in. Tiger walks in. And he's wearing a slutty chain. Once again. We're gonna continue with our...
Oh, so you want me dead? You really meant it when you said you don't care. Write that down, guys.
And there's another thing, another background noise. And it's like, meow. And I wrote that down.
Nice. I have a spare note that says, I want it on record. So Diddle, this is on my chest for this whole show. Facing me. She fell asleep, like her head's here. She woke up, turned herself around, and started watching the show. I thought that was pretty funny. So I said I want it on record. I have a picture. I'll insert it right here.
Right. And then it's Tiger, Lynx, they're in the thing. AJ ran away. JJ ran away. He's like, oh. And
Opar
then
is leaving.
who walks in? The vet in the fucking, I don't know, tennis gear.
Dude, I don't even know. I said, what
Pickleball
the
gear.
actual fuck are you
He
wearing?
had this on.
Yeah.
The shortest poppy chulo shorts you've ever seen in your life. And like a almost crop top adjacent tee. Holding his cat.
Hideous.
And I was like, why are you bringing a cat into a cat cafe? Unethical, unsafe.
You don't know
not
how
clean,
any of these cats react.
Not clean. Like, you don't know how he reacts to other cats. You don't know how they would react to other cats in their space. And
That was the worst
carriageless?
Yeah, I thought that was crazy.
I was like, this shit
Raw dogging your
sucks.
fucking cat is crazy.
Sucks.
No. But it's okay. Jumbo has something to say about this cat now that he's seen him.
Yeah.
He says, and I quote, wow, he
has
still
his
has
balls.
his balls.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, respect.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then they're talking about whatever the hell. And now Granny Juice speaking Korean.
Was she?
Yeah. She was practicing her Korean. I was like, what the hell?
Oh, would you look at that?
It's just Korea episode, I guess. Bringing that one guy
going
from
back
Pit
to going back to them finding out.
Babe. Just Pokemon Blue.
Going back to them finding out and like seeing this man, this Dongwoo or whatever. Jiro, he goes, "Don't judge a cat by its fur." I said, "Yeah, write that down."
Oh, I missed that.
He's like, tell him not to judge a cat by its fur. I was like, write that down, write that down.
That's funny.
Yeah, Jiro's funny.
And then they're like interviewing. I have a lot of I have 3 comments left.
Okay.
One of them's for the interview at the table.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them are for the interview at the table, and then one's all the way at the very, very end.
I have a lot.
Okay, take it away then.
Okay. I have... Tiger is so corny, man.
Yeah.
LMAO. And it's because he was sitting, Jiro was like, we gotta go interview him. He's like, okay, be my wingman or whatever. And they go sit down with Lynx and the vet with the cats, with Chromacopia and Gongyu, whatever his name is. And then he's like, did you get straight A's? And he was like, yeah, it was just like any other kid. I got straight A's, I was good in school, I was perfect. And Tucker's like, well, I was a track star.
No, before that he said, fucking nerd.
Yeah, he's like, you fucking loser nerd. And he's like, I was a track star. I ran so fast. I was running from my enemies. I was like...
I have a comment about that.
Okay. I was like, yeah, you're so corny, dude.
I said, yeah, fucking right, track star my ass, we've seen you run.
Yeah.
Don't forget that, folks.
Yeah.
Don't forget it.
Yeah. And then I love that First is the one that's finally chasing Cow's character.
Yeah.
Because it's always been Cow is the one that's trying to go after First's character.
Park killers?
No. Because Bison was also smitten. They were both,
Right.
and he didn't like him at first.
It's fucking Jung I was thinking about. Jungdunk. I was like, one of them was chasing him mad hard.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
He, they fucked, and he's like, oh, I had the best one-night stand of my life with this Bison guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, I gotta find him again. And then he finds out that he's actually an assassin.
Right.
And then he's getting paid to try and win him over.
Right.
But Bison is just full smitten with this guy.
Mm.
He's like, you think he likes me?
Mm.
And whereas Lynx is like,
This fucking guy. I think he likes me.
and then the cats are on the table, and something happens, and Jiro gets upset. He's like, man, fuck this guy! And knocks the coffee over with his head into the vet's chest. And it's just all over his pickleball outfit. And he's like, oh, I guess I've gotta go upstairs. And what did I say? I said, get him again, Jiro. Get him again.
I said, Jiro's so funny. Jiro's my favorite kid.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, I'll go help you. As they're walking upstairs, I'm like, Lynx, you have a cafe to run. You can't be going upstairs taking detours, getting men dressed.
Yep.
You have a cafe.
And your only employee
And you're
is...
barely. He wasn't working at that time.
You're right. So you're the only one there.
You are the only one
Because
there.
JJ, we saw dramatically
Who knows
run
what
off in the
JJ
beginning of
does?
this scene.
I don't know what he does.
I don't know what he does.
But so they're like in the wardrobe of it all. And he was like
In the closet, if you will.
yeah, in the closet. And Lynx is like, I'm so sorry, I don't have anything bigger for you. I only have small clothes. And then I was like, small clothes? And they're the same height. They are the same height. I think
He meant skinty.
I think honestly, he's a little bit taller than the vet, by this much. But I was like looking at them, I was like, they're the same height. They are making eye contact, direct eye contact. Sure, whatever. And then I have that's embarrassing. Oh, because this is and like Lynx and the doctor are like talking, and he's like, I think he has a crush on me. And he's like, there's a way that we can figure that out. But I was like, that's embarrassing that you're like being so obvious. Your crush is like, he has a crush on me.
I have a sneaking suspicion that he might like me.
I don't know how to tell, but I think he has a huge fucking crush on me. And then I was like, that's embarrassing.
That's enough.
And then he was like, I think I know of a way that we can figure it out. I said, kiss, kiss, kiss. I didn't. Typical. And then it's Tiger leaning on the door like this.
My comment is about this, and this is my last comment for the second. I said, just like my mom. Because my mom, funny lady, wonderful lady, she likes to think she's not nosy. She likes to, that's crazy. Because one time, in my apartment, a couple years ago, I was on the second floor, the downstairs neighbors were a little rowdy, they were getting into a fist fight, it was 2 a.m, my mom was sleeping over, I turned my head, she's got a cup to the floor, listening.
Yeah.
And I was like, my mom
That's
would
nuts.
do the same thing.
Yeah, I said,
I'm surprised he didn't have a cup.
that's me if Tori ever has someone over. I will be listening.
Yeah. One day.
I have 2 more things.
Mm.
Now that we know that Tiger's up there, I said, so no one's running the cafe now.
Not a single
The cats are down there by them lonesome.
Remember the last time we let the cats on their own? They fucking all literally escaped.
Yeah, I flash back to that here. And then they're like, oh, let's go on a date. Like, the doctor is talking to Cow, and he's like, let's go on a date. And Tiger's like, what do you mean?
No, he said something more passionate than that.
He did.
He said, no!
Yeah. He was like, no! Fuck out of here. And I was like, this is literally just first being first. Like, he's not even acting. This is just first. And that's all I have for that.
Yep.
And then it's them, and then it's the doctor and Lynx going on a date outside.
Right.
Would you believe they have a stroller with Chromacopia and Chromacopia 2 and Gongu, if you will.
Extra
Gongyu.
Chromacopia.
Gongyu. In that fucking carriage, walking. And I was like, giving the cats a date is nuts.
I didn't clock that they were both in the stroller.
Yeah.
Because I thought what Cow was holding was a different type of box.
It was a cooler.
It did look a little bit like a cooler. I was like,
cooler.
what an interesting carrier.
No, it was a cooler. No, it was a cooler. She's in the cooler. No. Yeah, they were
That
both
makes sense.
in
I
the
was like,
carriage. Yeah.
That's really funny.
That's crazy. And then once again, there was a sound in the background.
Wait, before that.
Yeah.
So, the carriage of it all, because they're, BFF in it. Like, we're gonna do, a little scheme, right?
Mm-hmm.
We haven't schemed in so long.
Me
we
and
should,
you?
Yeah, we should, scheme. Maybe we should pull up... We, gotta scheme.
We move out all of his stuff. He's gone early.
Yeah. We move it out a day. We change all the codes on the door a day early. We gotta scheme. We haven't schemed in a minute.
Yeah.
We gotta get on that.
Anyway,
back to what I'm saying.
they're there, and all of a sudden, jump fucking scare, Tiger. And when Tiger pops up, there's a sound in the background, and it's like, meow, 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 meow. I wrote that down.
Before that, though, they were taking pictures, selfies, whatever, and they're like, who's this fucking guy in the background with the glasses? I said, oh my god, it's sound. And then I was like, just kidding, it's first.
Yep. Yeah.
This is now twice I've been fucking sound balled by first.
Yeah. And then he, would you believe, on a walk with Jiro in those fucking cat glass bags. He has it facing this way.
Mm-hmm.
And he's walking, and it's a green bag, and he's wearing a green shirt, and I was like, Tiger, you're embarrassing me. Like, you look a mess.
Oh, yeah. I said, who's watching the shop? Because I know it ain't JJ.
Yeah.
I said, this is why y'all stay bankrupt.
Right,
This is the second day in a row
Yeah.
that they're closing the shop.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I have, actually, these are in succession. I said, Tiger, you're embarrassing me. Tiger, you're killing me. Because he was just hovering, like, in the background as they're walking. He has these shades on, like, he's inconspicuous. Once again, not a single ounce of non-chunkulante in that bones of the body of his. That wasn't grammatically correct.
Sure.
I was Yoda for a second.
Yeah.
And then they're all set up for the picnic.
Mm-hmm.
It's the doctor and Lynx. They're sitting on their little picnic blanket. And who's
this
in
bitch
the
over
background? Tiger. You guessed it.
And Jiro, don't forget.
Outside of the bag. I said, put that cat back in the bag right now.
Yeah.
Right now, son.
He's got that.
In my bed, hey, count it on the step. Count it on the bed. Don't my time of day. Then I know I think I might just break my back. Back.
She.
R-I-double-E-Z-B-Q-S-T-U-V.
Anyway.
Yeah.
My next comment is about the taking photos of it all.
Mm-hmm.
So they're taking photos, and P-Palm is like, if you take photos this way, if you take photos this way.
There's something on my tooth.
Right. They were whispering secrets to me.
No.
Okay, pay no mind. So P-Palm is like, if you take the photo like this, and then all of a sudden, first like, actually, it doesn't follow the 3/4 rule. Actually. And I said, that happened to me at boxing today. I hate, more than most things in this world, than when people give me unsolicited advice. Like, advice I never asked for. Sure, it might be helpful. I didn't fucking ask.
Yeah.
It happened at boxing meet. I didn't tell you today. There was this guy who was, like, giving advice to everyone. And I do think he was on the spectrum, so I will let it slide today. But he was coming, like, I don't even know. We were on the bags, and I was punching, and the coach said something about, I don't know. It was about something. And then this dude, like, we have a break, comes from his bag next to me, speaking at 1,000 volume. And I know today was his first day, because he asked, I've never seen him before, and I've been doing this for 5 months now. And he asked the coach, like, oh, you step like this? You step like this? Like, you're asking about foot positions? You can't be, like, this can't be. And he was, like, he coached Kevin, like, a little bit, too. Like, he was coaching people all the time. And I was like, oh, like, but I was like, it must be his first day. And then he came up to me, and this is, by the way, last week I got unsolicited advice, too. That one was helpful. I'm glad she did it. But I didn't fucking ask. And this dude comes up to me screaming. He's like, you gotta lean like this. And I said, okay. I said, right. Thank you. I'm sweating. I'm mid-punching somebody, and you're like, you can fix it like this. I'm like, and then the coach was like, how about you go back to your bag and let me do my job? I was like, thank you. But Tiger did the same thing. Actually, you didn't follow the no one fucking asked.
No.
Mind your goddamn beeswax, dude.
Yeah,
For
and
real.
to bounce off that, I said, trying to make Tiger, oh, no, this was something different. Lynx is trying to make, like, the whole point of this date is to try and make Tiger jealous to prove that he has a crush on him, right? And I was like, trying to make Tiger jealous when it's already so obvious is funny, dude. Because now you're just torturing this poor tree. Like, this guy's over here about to have an aneurysm, and you're like, it's like, let's be so serious. And then he's like trying to take pictures of him with the cat, because the doctor is like, do you want to take pictures with him with the cat? And he's like, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. And then Tiger pops up. And who's in the background? Jiro. I said, no one's watching Jiro. We know he's a flight risk. We know this. It's been proven multiple times that this motherfucker just runs. Crazy.
My next comment is now Tiger's taking pictures of Lynx.
Yeah.
And he's like, getting him ready. And then he said, And he said, no, don't. He's like, I got it. And I'm not going to touch you, but I'm going to do exactly what he did. He said, didn't move a single fucking
There was
hair.
nothing to move,
He
actually.
said, and I quote.
There was nothing to move.
He said,
Not a
I
single,
got it. I got
Not a
it.
single thing to move.
Not doing a single thing.
Yeah.
Get your hands, rub your little
And
hands
then,
on his hair.
and he's taking the picture of him on the phone, right? He's like this. And it's like, ha, 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 ha. And it's like, they're just staring at each other and the wind's blowing. And he's like in love, smitten. And I said, he's so smitten that he's not even taking the picture. And then he's like, you got the picture? He's like, oh.
At the same time, they, like, really, like, gave each of them a solid second for us to look at their face. And I said, with those glasses, he looks exactly like a lesbian. Like, he really, I was like, that's a woman.
They do look like lesbians.
Yeah.
And then, in the midst of all this, guess who fucking ran away? Say it with me, everybody.
3, 2, 1.
Jiro. And I said, what the fuck did I just say?
Yeah, I knew it was going to happen, too. But so, Tiger goes to look for him, and Palm and Lynx are chatting now. He's like, so? Like, do you think so? And he's like, I know how you can really figure it out. Go into heat. Change your, release your pheromones and go into heat.
Mm-hmm.
Bar for bar, word for word, what he said.
He did.
Change your cologne.
Yeah.
He said literally go into heat and
Yeah.
release your pheromones. I said.
Yeah. And he's like, I don't know. Like, I really just need to hear it straight from his mouth, right? Straight from the cat's mouth. And I said, he's got to be autistic because it couldn't be more obvious if he stuck his finger in his butthole, you know? Like,
I don't think you'd get it. Like, he just gave me a prostate exam.
Yeah, that's what I'm literally saying. Like, he's got to be autistic. And then he's like, you want to know if he likes you? Because he's tried to call him. Like, Lynx tried to call Tiger, and he forgot his phone. And he's like, you want to know if he likes you? Check this out. Holds his phone, and it's like my favorite cat. And I was like, I guess that answers my question from last week. Or the week before, when I was like...
What does he have him saved
I was like, do you have him saved as cat mom?
Yeah. I liked it because now they're like, release your pheromones, release your pheromones. They're looking at each other like this.
Yeah.
Who's in the background? Tiger. With fucking Jiro looking
Right here.
stupid. I said, fucking loser.
Yeah.
He just
It
looks
really
stupid.
is. This whole episode is just Tiger looking like a pathetic mess.
For real.
Just the worst wet puppy you've ever seen in your life. I know it's supposed to be a cat, but he just looks like someone kicked him.
Yeah.
Right. So then it's like it goes back to now they're in their rooms. Like Lynx is in his room, Tiger's in his room, on the floor. They're messaging or trying to message each other.
Mm-hmm. And they're like, no.
Yeah, and
No.
like, I can't do it. And then first goes like this. And he's like laying on the floor. And he's like all spread out. I said, yeah, I'm gonna crawl on top of him and mount him.
Yeah, you said that, but you also went,
Yeah.
I said, Regis moaned.
Yeah. Yep. And then as he's like being a bum, like being mad about it, because I think his dad walks in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his dad walks in. He's all depressed, grown ass man, curled up on his bed, tall ass of like fucking tree, just miserable. I said, I love how we just forgot about Tiger's actual job. We haven't seen him be a bank
Debt collector.
collector, whatever, since like the first episode.
Yeah.
I know it's only episode 4, but like, isn't that his plot?
Yeah. I said, does Tiger also not have a single friend either?
Yeah. They never have friends.
Losers.
Yeah.
They had some friends in the eclipse.
Those weren't real. You have Neo.
Yeah.
But once
Because
again.
he's MIA. Put him in.
Yeah. I get to that.
Oh, interesting thing to get to.
Yes. He's always on my bingo card. And then he's talking to his dad. And his dad's like my crush or whatever. And he's like side-eyeing him. I didn't really completely read what the fuck was going on. But he was like, oh, my cat crush or something. And I was like, does his dad think that his crush is a cat? Like, does he think, I was like, does he think bestiality is happening?
Us too.
Yeah. And then he was like, though, cats are super bad for your health. And I was like, we have been preaching that, brother. We have been preaching that.
And this is where I come into play.
Mm-hmm.
Because I blacked out that entire scene until the end because you can't be going to the cat cafe, son, like that. They're bad for your health. Hey, Mr. Fake Allergy Hammer. what did you just do? You just spent the whole afternoon touching Jiro. Because he was touching him outside the crate. He had them in the cat carrier right here, on his chest. There's holes in there.
He also had to get him in there.
He had to get him in there. He had to...
Multiple times.
He had to get it multiple times, put it on his chest right under his face.
Yep.
The holes where the cat has to breathe are shooting out cat air in his face as he's walking, like physics. The cat air is going this way.
Medication,
You're walking in.
though.
No, it doesn't matter.
That.
No, it doesn't matter.
Don't
No, it
forget
doesn't
the
matter.
medication.
No, it doesn't matter. Because guess what?
He's on scent blockers.
I popped a Zyrtec when I went to my parents' house the other day.
He's on scent blockers.
I popped
This
a
is
Zyrtec.
also Thailand.
I popped a Zyrtec. And
Thailand
I
has that
pet
shit
my
medicine
cat
down.
for 3 minutes. And I'm going to insert a picture here. This is what my arm looked like after just a mere 3 minutes of barely touching this fucking cat. And you're literally fucking telling me that you have spent the whole ass day with that cat, not a single sniffle, not a single itch, not a red eye in sight. Zyrtec and allergy medicine can only go so far.
It's Thailand. You
I don't care.
forget.
I don't care.
You forget.
I don't care.
They
I
have
don't care.
like
No, but
extraordinary
his
technology.
allergies are so bad that the medicine doesn't do anything. It's not strong enough for him to just conquer all his fears. So it's either you're taking medicine and you're fine, or your allergies are so bad the medicine doesn't do
Once
anything.
again, babe, it's Thailand. They never make sense. Ever.
And it's my job to call
Contradictory.
out. And it's my job. My job is to do 2 things on this show for this cat review. 1, call out every time a door was open. This episode, 0 doors open. Proud of you. And also call out fucking Tiger for having the fakest allergies. He's faking the disability, I know it.
Right.
That sucks.
So then, he takes this moment right here on this bed while he's miserable about
Very
his crush.
nonchalantly.
Nonchalantly, as he does. And he's like, yeah, it's the owner of the cafe. And he's like, oh, wait a minute. Didn't Ju Meow have a son? And he's like, and what? I was like, you took this moment right here to come out to your dad that you like a man. I was like, interesting timing
Whatever.
to do that. But okay, sure. I've never heard of a coming out story like that before. Something new every day or whatever they say. Right.
I have 3 last things to say for this section.
I have 2.
Okay. So, I said, wait, so his dad is a debt creditor? Because how does he know Ju Meow, if he wasn't also a debt creditor? I was like, just like Bree said last time, like, isn't he a debt collector? And then no later than 2 seconds later, he was like, don't be afraid, your dad, the most famous debt creditor in the world. I was like,
I didn't see that.
So he literally said that.
I didn't see that.
Because it was the subtitles were off at that point in time, and you were like trying to figure it out. But he was like, what does this doctor have? I'm your dad, and I am the biggest creditor around. And I said, so he is a creditor, like you said.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
He was in the family business.
Yeah. And he is. So I guess they forgot that. I don't know. Calling you out, GMM. See, it's like you can do things for satire. Like I can see him not having like the allergies of it all. Fine, satire. The door open of it all, satire. But like forgetting he's a debt creditor, like it's the little things.
I don't think the door opening is satire. I think that door just closes slowly.
It's not only that door. There's other doors.
Yeah.
I feel it. Anyway, but it's like these tiny little details. Like,
yeah, and as he's like talking about like coming out or whatever, it's like silent. He's like, and what about it? And he's like, oh. And then it was like, he went from thinking he's got a crush on a cat to something so much worse. Gay.
Crazy.
And then he's like, go get your man or whatever. I said, you got this, King. I'm with you. In support of Tiger. Anyway, next.
I have one last comment before we move on. And he was like, don't tell your mother that you opened a cat cafe. I was like, what the fuck is this big deal about this cat cafe? So what? He opened a cat cafe. What do you fucking do? Like, you're responding like, it's like, don't tell your mother that you've been beating people up to collect their money. It's like, you've got bigger fish to fry. Man just wants a cat cafe. He's an adult, let him do it. Anyway. Alright, we got 2 more chunks to talk about this episode. Our next chunk is we finished the house and the date, and now we're back at the cafe. And this is just like a bunch of stuff jam-packed into it.
Yeah. Yeah, so like after his talk with his dad, Tiger goes to the cafe, and while he's doing all of that, getting prepared or whatever, what the fuck is Lynx doing? Putting his pheromones on.
Right, yeah.
He's spraying his, like, he's like, because he got scent blockers, so he has to put in the back. And he goes in there, Tiger goes in there, he fucking does something and the lights go out.
Wait, no. What happens is, that's our last chunk. This chunk is they're back at the cafe, and Angelica is sad, and then we find out, JJ comes in and tells us that Mr. Goo is leaving. And then they go, they're like, no, Angelica has to confess her feelings.
Yeah, I know, I get, yeah.
The lights is our last chunk.
Yes.
After we chase them down.
Something where they're close together then. They have to be close together.
Yeah, they might be
Is
close
this
together.
where he had his hand?
No, that was earlier.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because we talked about it already.
Well, you brought it up.
No, that was the scene. We talked about it, because he bent down around the time I bent down. Or maybe it's...
Because it might have to be here, because I said just kiss already.
I don't know. I think maybe they were talking... Oh, he was smelling him. No.
No.
That was later in the dark scene.
I think it was this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
They were close.
That something happened, and they were together, they were close or whatever, and it was getting weird, and it was getting intense, and I was like, just fucking literally kiss. Just kiss already.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. My first two comments, so this whole scene that we're going to talk through, here's the timeline of events, and then we're just going to bump our thoughts. So we get there, they're talking about whatever the fuck, and then JJ comes in, and it's like, oh my god, I just ran into Dr. Palm, and he's sending Mr. Goo back, because they're coming back for him. And they're like, you don't know? And so they're like, no. And then Tiger's like, Angelica, you have to confess your feelings. So they go, they chase after the fucking vet, and then they confess their feelings. And that's this chunk. And we'll get into the more nitty-gritty of the details of these chunks while we explain, like, our thoughts. So my first thought was, we gotta get those slippers. I kind of want a pair, just to have them. I like my slippers. But
I'm sure they will make them.
Oh, 100%. So, yeah, I gotta get that. I think Cow is aging backwards. He looks younger here. Mm-hmm. And he looks younger in every show.
Yeah. He's just, like, getting more and more itty-bitty. I think he's really trying to get, like, shimmy his way into, like, the twink era of it all. I think that's where he is right now.
He's about to pull up with a fucking...
Oh, my God.
Tattoo.
He already has a slutty one right here on his thigh.
I know, but he's about to pull up with the same one.
I know.
You guys seen Gunn's tattoo lately? We'll put it right here.
It's crazy. Editors.
Yeah. Cow's about to do that.
Something happens. Something's going on. Maybe it's when they're talking about, like, the cat going away. Oh! First is talking to Chromacopia. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I'm sorry, sweetheart. Like, there will be other Gongwoos. And she's like, Gongwoo is the only one for me.
Yeah.
There will never be another Gongwoo. And then Jiro's like, ugh. And then he's like, you gotta be brave. He's like, I could never tell my crush that I like them. And I was like, does he have a crush on Chromacopia?
Yes.
He does?
Yeah, that was established earlier when, like, the very, very beginning, they come back. That's why Jiro and First are working together. Right. Because Jiro's trying to separate Chromacopia and Chromacopia Part
right,
2.
No, that I did know. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's like, what about me?
Yeah.
I'm here this whole fucking time. What about me?
Yeah. I didn't know that, but I thought I didn't think it was that severe until this moment.
No, it's like, for real, for Jane, for serious.
Like, until this very, very moment. Because then I go, later on, I get to that. Whatever. This is a mess. I said, and then First is just kind of sitting in silence there as the cats are going back and forth. Jiro and Chromacopia are going back and forth. And First is just... And I was like, First just had to stand there in silence while filming this. And that cracks me up. Like, he just frequently had to stand in silence. Because it's not like the voices, like the cats are actually talking, so it's not like the voices are there.
Unless like someone was reading the lines off screen.
So he was just dead silent, like he had to look miserable. He's like, in silence, like for a good like, 3 minutes. That shit cracked me up.
Speaking of looking miserable, I said, how'd they get her to look so sad?
Yeah.
She was like the cat. I was
Yeah.
like, what? How'd they get that clip?
Yeah. I don't know.
And I was like, guys, it's really not that deep.
Yeah.
Like, it's really not that deep.
Yeah. And then they were like, oh my god, we gotta go, like, say goodbye. She's gotta go say goodbye to this Gongwu dude. And as they're running out there, it's AJ, JJ, Lynx, and Tiger, and they're zooming out there. Oh, don't forget Jiro and Chromacopia. They're all running to the car. And there's a car blocking the way. And AJ, JJ is like, don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I got this. And starts trying to push the car up the road. And then I was like, me and Tori can move that after these 6 months.
I'm saying, my comments for this section is, great, another day with the cafe closed. This is now 3 in a row. 3 days in a row. There's only 7 in a week. So that's half the week already gone.
Yeah.
Why are we taking Jiro?
I said the same thing. I was like,
why the fuck would you literally park there?
yeah.
Like,
I was like,
see it's a gate, and
I was
you
like,
see there's
oh
a
my
restaurant.
god, it's Neo.
Oh, I have a second comment to that.
But then I was like, it's Satan.
I was like, I think it's sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just made a hee hee ha ha joke that
And
it
so,
was
yeah,
Neo
yeah.
because Neo's always there. Yeah.
But I was like, no, for real, like, seriously, why would you park there? Like,
Yeah.
the worst parking spot I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And then I said, JJ is so funny.
Yeah.
It's not in neutral. Leaves our car in neutral. Anyway. But
guy
then,
sucks.
you know what they gotta do?
And-
they can't move the car. You know the only solution? Sprinting.
No. First was like, or Tiger was like, there's only one option. And then I was like, right. Dude's a fucking track star.
Yep.
And they start running. And
It's
it
funny because
shoots
he's
to
a
the
track star. Why are they both running?
Yeah. And it shoots to, like, the next scene, them running down the sidewalk. I said, with the cats? You're running with the cat in the backpack? And they're like,
Getting like seasick.
I want to know how much these cats got paid because it
For
enough.
real.
It wasn't
For real.
enough.
They're the best part of the show.
He's like, I said, with the cats is crazy. And then not even a few seconds after that, cow tumbles to the floor.
Tumbles backwards.
Lynx falls on the floor, rolls
Backwards.
over, but then goes like this.
Chromacopia
Yeah.
is
Falls
on the back.
floor, goes like this. And I was like, once again, what the fuck did I just say? Enough!
Yeah. I said, right, because he's a track star, and I said, please stop making them run.
Yeah.
And then I said, huh? He crushed her. Like, even if you tried to save her, like, we watched with our eyes, her hit
Yeah.
the ground first. He crushed that cat. She's dead. I was like, oh, great, she's dead.
Yeah, that was insane.
But then, Tiger's like, I got it.
Yeah.
Gives Jiro to him.
Yeah.
Starts.
I said, then what's the
Sprinting.
point? What's the point? The point was for Chromacopia to say goodbye to Oppa.
So he starts sprinting, and I said, do you think he had to train for that?
And then, not even like, he's like,
gets
doctor,
there.
doctor!
Wait.
Stops his
Please.
car. Doctor's like, what's going on? What's wrong? And he's like, you gotta let them say bye to each other. And then
2 seconds later.
not even.
I'm here
Lynx with both cats. I said, what the fuck? And then it just flops completely, cuts completely.
They're on a fountain.
They're on a fountain. I said, where are we? Where are we? And then I was like, they think they're so slick.
Yep.
They think they're so
Yep.
slick.
Yep.
Matcha Blossom is always around.
Yep.
For those with eye to see and pure of heart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Remember that.
I said, okay, I see you green and pink cat bags. And my last note is Angelica confesses. She's like, Oppa, I love you. And he said, I just see you as a little sibling.
Yikes.
Sibling zone sucks.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then this is where I go, oh my god. They both have chromacopia.
Right.
I didn't notice at first because I wasn't paying attention to that cat even a little bit.
His
even
eyes
at all.
were just so fucking huge I could not notice.
Yeah, I wasn't looking at it because once again I was looking at his butt falling out. I was like, you're not even holding this poor cat. He's fucking falling.
Bree has a cat butt fetish. Send.
And then Jiro was like, because Tiger was like, I think our daughter got rejected. And Lynx was like, I can kind of feel that. And Jiro was like, you were really brave though. I would never be able to have the courage to do that. And I was like, Jiro, that was sweet. And she was like, thanks, Jiro. I was like, that was sweet, Jiro.
Yeah.
And then right after that, I was like, that's everybody's emotional support, Jiro. This whole episode. He's been there. He's just there.
Everybody's rock.
He's everybody's support. So everybody support Jiro. That's what he is.
All right, we're at our last chunk now.
Yeah, they're back at the cafe.
They're back at the cafe to the end.
Yeah.
I noticed that they have these plant holders.
Mm-hmm.
There was like 6 of them. Only 2 of them were being used, but it was like a hand.
Mm-hmm.
So the plant was coming out of the hand.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's neat.
Yeah, I've seen those.
So
They get there, and I'm looking at all the cats, and I was like, put Jumbo on the screen. Because he's like, they're putting them back down. And
they're putting the cats down.
They're putting the cats, letting them go or whatever. And Cal disappears. I don't know.
He disappears. Yeah. But it's okay because we hear him.
Yeah, Lynx disappears. And then I was like, put Jiro on the screen. And then pitch black.
And then Cal falls down the stairs.
Yeah. And then Cal knocks everything and anything off of every surface possible. He unloads the dishwasher.
Yeah.
Blindly.
Yeah. I have my next RN series because this whole episode would be like, the power's going off tomorrow, the power's going off tomorrow, the power's going off. Lo and behold, the power went off. I said, and now they're both, I'm blind.
Mm-hmm.
I said, use a phone light. I know you both have your phones.
Anything, actually. Or stop moving.
Yeah, and then I said, are you morons?
Yeah.
And I said, I know you can see, you idiots. And the way that I know that you can see, because I can see the street light through the window, so I know that there's at least enough light that you can see where you're operating.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't stop him. He was like, how'd you find me? At first was like, I sensed your omega pheromones. I could
I said, it can't be that serious. Because as he's trying to find him, first of all, he's like, Lynx, like, where are you? Dead silence.
Okay?
Dead silence. I was like, you're not going to respond to this man? And then he goes...
I know you can hear too, because you're 5 feet away.
And he was like, how can you... He's like, how do you know where you're going?
Your eyes adjust.
I was like, okay, whatever. I was like, it can't be that serious. Things are still crashing, falling to the floor, glass breaking, fucking light shattering. I
thought all of the windows broke and someone broke in at the same time.
Okay, sure, whatever. I was like, it literally can't be that serious. And then that whole sniffing thing happened. He's like, I can't see, but I can smell. I said, this is the new Omegaverse. I've been calling it since the first episode. I knew it. I'm a genius.
Yeah.
And then it was like big bitch in a china shop or whatever the saying is. Because it was just fucking everywhere and the lights come back on.
Yeah. And then the lights come back on and we see that Lynx knocked over an entire fucking table.
A whole table. The fucking pot.
Did you knock over a whole table?
A plant. And then I was like, never in my life have the lights gone out and I became blind and deaf and mute and like it was my first day on Earth. Like, never has that happened to me. That is a personal experience that only they've ever had because I've never done that. Most of the time I'm sitting down and the lights go off and I'm like, oh, my first instinct isn't to go, let me go knock everything over. Sit down. What the fuck?
Everyone sucks.
Yeah.
Then we get to my last 3 comments. We get to the end, and the lights come back on, and they're like holding pusses or whatever, and
Her tips are
Tiger was like, you used to ask.
Her tips are touching.
Yeah. He said, you used to ask, which is my favorite cat. I said, used to ask. Girl, he asked you once. A singular time. He said, who's your favorite cat?
That. He's like, you asked me before.
The translation said you used to ask, like as if it was multiple times. I was like, girl, false. And then he was like, who's my favorite cat? It's you. You're my favorite cat. And then he goes in for what we think is a kiss. But then he like goes right by his ear and he was like, let's go on a date. And I was like, that's really cute. That's
Yeah.
really, really cute. It made my heart butterfly.
Yeah.
I
I
was
was like, their chemistry is everything to me. Because they were
So
just
sweet.
standing there, staring at each other, like this close. I was like, ugh. And then I was like, that was very cutie.
really, really
But
cute.
also before that, he was like, when he was talking about the smell of it all, and he's like, why did you change your scent? I said, I knew it. Omegaverse. Sickening.
Yep.
And that's all I have for that.
I have one more note for this episode.
Okay.
Because I like to look at the teasers for next week. Sound X first. I'm excited.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say any more than that. If you saw the spoilers, you did. If you didn't, you didn't.
No.
I didn't know. And I'm excited.
In the trailer, and they were talking about it when they were filming.
Yeah, I didn't know anything on this.
Yeah.
Alright, any last thoughts for this episode?
No, I don't have any. But I don't know if I ever mentioned this. I know at one point we said that the cats were voiced by Lycan.
Yeah.
I don't think they are.
I also don't think that's true.
Yeah.
Some
Whoever
people I know.
told me that is a liar. Unless they like altered their voices, but I don't know why they would do that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I don't think any of those cats are voiced by any member of Lycan.
Yeah. I don't know.
Could have had our William first canonic baby.
Maybe it is. Well, that about wraps it up for episode 4 of Cat for Cash.
Yeah.
Yeah, really fun time. I enjoyed it. It's a good one. I'm excited to see
I'm
where this
having a
goes.
good time.
I'm really, really excited to see Sound at first. I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm having a good time. This shit is
It's really funny.
This shit's making me laugh.
Yeah, it's
I'm so
treating me
glad.
in a good way.
I'm so glad they have like a lighthearted, funny show.
Yeah.
They've never had that.
I literally earlier was gonna
They've
say, I
never
was like,
gotten the
okay, when is someone gonna die?
Yeah. I feel like something might potentially die.
Oh yeah. One of the cats is Granny Jew's gonna die.
Don't say that to me.
I know it's gonna happen. I called it.
I mean, the mom died.
I think Granny Jew's gonna die.
Diabetes.
Anyway, yeah, thanks for joining us
The number
today.
one killer.
Right. You're a killer. Bedward.
We had a lot of Twilight references in there.
I knew this.
Two.
Today?
Yeah.
What was the first one?
Ha 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 ha. That's the song in Twilight. When it starts getting to fall in winter, and you've never seen it.
No, I know what you're talking about. I'm trying to piece the sound that came out of your mouth to the memory that's in my mind.
You haven't seen any of the TikToks where they're making fun of it, and they're like, ha, 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 ha.
No.
And it's like when the weather drops to like 60 degrees, and it's like, ha, 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 ha.
Just outside of my head, and I thought it was like, it scared me.
Right. Yeah.
No.
And then you just said you're a killer Bedward.
Yeah. I haven't seen those TikToks. Anyway,
That's crazy.
go stream Twilight.
No.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you liked what you saw, please follow and subscribe and spread the word. We like hanging out and making friends and yapping about some gay stuff. So, yeah, thanks for joining us this week. Hope you had a
Big
great
gays
time.
over here.
If you want more of us, we have, I don't know, like 5 or 6 episodes of different stuff released. We have different genres. We
I
have,
think we should stop keeping count.
yeah,
Personally.
we've got a book review. We've got the show. We've got some manga recommendations.
You can go see it.
Anyway,
We
thanks
don't
for
have to tell
joining
you
us.
every time.
Please
You know where things
follow.
are.
What if they're new here?
They know how to work YouTube.
What if it's their first day
Or
live? like a lot of
Spotify.
people?
You can read.
Forbid I try to be helpful. Anyway, thanks you guys so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye.